perceptions on humor. A hilarious speaker that will give us the patient's perceptions on humor and healing. Her experience as a patient will offer us some insight into what the patient may struggle with and get comfort from while being taken care of in a hospital or clinic setting. Within a year of some life-changing medical events, Brenda was voted Twin Cities' funniest person by Acme Comedy Club in Minnesota and became Newsmaker of the Year by the Women's Press. She has since received the Golden Mike Award from the American Cancer Society and the Advocacy to Action Award by Get Your Rear in Gear organization. Brenda is the past president of the United Ostomy Association's Minneapolis chapter and has been a patient advocate for Fight Colorectal Cancer, ACO-SOG, and sits on the advisory board for Colon Town. She has also participated in the Get Your Guts in Gear 150-mile, two-day bike trip to raise awareness for IBD, or as she says, bowels gone berserk. It's going to be interesting. Brenda's a wife, mother, international speaker, and author of 4 books. If the battle is over, why am I still in uniform? I'd like to buy a bowel, please. Bedpan banter, and it's in the bag and under the covers. Brenda is also a humor columnist for a medical newsletter and writes a humorous blog. Brenda, a native of Minnesota, shows how humor helps us all get through adversity in our lives. She's known for her honest discussion about taboo subjects. Please help me in joining Brenda Elsevier.
February, all day.
Magandang umaga. Kumusta ka? Good morning. Guten Tag. Ohio Consaibus. Sabali here. There's one more I know. One more. Oh, buenos dias. Good morning. I'm just dangerous enough to speak 5 languages, enough to say, where's the bar and where's the bathroom, and that's all we have to know. It's so good to be here. I am so thrilled, I can't tell ya. Let's give a round of applause for all the people that made this happen. And you know, I know each one of you had to make sacrifices to get here. Each one of you had to change your work schedule, had to raise some money to get on the plane, to take the time off to be here. So I want you to give yourself a round of applause too for being here. You know, as a patient, this is very exciting for me. I can hardly believe this. Now, I want to tell you, go back to my first slide here. Let's see, where's my first slide? Okay. Back there, back one. I know they've got a great, wonderful, that first one we had up, okay. Now, I bet some of you were wondering what LRF is. Are you, or do you know? You don't know, right? Okay, well, before I came here to talk to you, I was very nervous because I don't have a medical degree. And so, here I am at the ONS conference, and I don't have a medical degree of any kind. And I was telling a friend of mine who has 2 PhDs, I'm very nervous about talking to so many educated people, and I have no degree. No degree. And she said, just make one up. So no offense to you and all your degrees, but I earned this one, and I decided to make one up, and LRF stands for Living Rectum Free. I don't have my college degree finished yet. I started at age 42. I've been a little busy. And I'm not worried. My aunt is 83 and she's in college right now. I've got some time. This isn't educational. All Here are our objectives for the day, for the hour. To learn how a patient copes using humor. Demonstrate how humor leads to open communication. Using appropriate humor to relax patients, family members, or difficult situations, and the medical benefits of humor. Who was it that said, I have seen what a laugh can do. It can transform almost unbearable tears into something bearable, even hopeful. Many of you know what that's like every single day as oncology nurses. I'd like to have all the nurses stand up that have been in the field as a nurse over 20 years. Could you stand up? All the nurses have been there over 20 years. Stay standing. Wow. Remain standing. Remain standing if you've been a nurse over 30 years. If you've been a nurse over 30 years, remain standing. Keep standing. If you've been a nurse over 40 years, keep standing. If you've been a nurse over 40 years, keep standing. If you've been a nurse over 45 years, keep standing. 45. If you've been a nurse over 47 years, keep standing. Those two back there. Anybody else? Wave at me if there's anybody else. If you've been a nurse over 48 years, keep standing. There's one. Is there another one? You two, come on up here. Oh, there's another one? Oh my God. If you've been a nurse over 49 years, come up here. If you've been a nurse over 49 years, come on up here. All the way up. All the way up, come on. Come on. Hurry up, we don't have all day. Come on. Hurry up. Keep coming. Hurry up. Oh my gosh. Take your time. Take your time. Now let me get to the stairs. And what's your name? Kathy, thank you for coming in. Oh, keep coming, keep coming. And what's your name? Emily, thank you. Thank you all. Stay right here. Oh, stay right here. Now, if you've been a nurse less than 5 years, stand up. If you've been a nurse, less than 5 years, remain standing. If you've been a nurse less than 2 years, remain standing. If you've been a nurse less than 1 year, remain standing. If you've been a nurse less than 6 months, remain standing. Anybody standing out there? Okay, give me the ones that were up less than 6 months or less than a year. Where are they? Less than a year. You two, come on up here. Is there anyone else? Less than a year. There's another one? Less than a year. Oh, look at them all. Look at them all. Run, people. You're done. Run. I only have an hour. Stand right over here. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I've never had so many young ones and so many experienced ones at the same time. Hurry up, hurry up. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. And what's your name?
Liza. Molly. Jen. Carly. Holly. Deanna. Sarah.
Come on, hurry up, hurry up.
Sarah. Katie. Judy. Jean. Donna. Kathy. Emily.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Well. Well, let's remember, I'm giving the patient's perspective today, okay? I remember being in the hospital in 1974. I had my knee, both of my knees fixed, patella realignments. And the nurse would every night come and give me a lovely, lovely long back rub. Oh, gosh. And afterwards, she might sit down and visit for a little bit. And maybe take out her cigarettes and light one up. Right? Right? Am I telling the truth here? And the doctors used to smoke while they worked on you too.
Yes?
Did they smoke on you when they did surgery? I want to know.
No.
Okay. Now these experienced nurses probably were working before the computers became part of, right? Because when you started working, computers, if they were around, were probably about the size of this hall. They were huge. Now, you young whippersnappers, you have entered at the technology time. Do you ever remember a time when you didn't have a computer? No, you always had a computer, right? Yeah? And you probably always had a calculator. Some of us didn't have calculators, did we? No, we didn't even have calculators. Can you believe that? So I'm wondering if just a couple of you experienced nurses wouldn't just give them young whippersnappers some advice, a quick little bit of advice. What do you got, Jean?
Keep with it.
I guess so.
Make sure you have humor.
So you have humor.
You're never too old to learn.
Never too old to learn.
So I was going to say, keep learning.
Keep learning. Yes, that's great. Anything else? Anybody wants to say yes?
Do jazzercise.
Jazzercise. And what would you say you young ones need? What would you need the most from the experienced nurses? What do you need? Give me something here. Molly. Speechless. Jen.
Support.
Yeah, okay.
Just passing on experience. I guess.
Passing on experience. So I brought each one of you up here because you represent everybody here. You are the experienced and you are the ones that are just starting out. And you all need each other to take care of me, okay? I am the patient. I am the patient. And we need our experienced people to show the young ones something they may not know because they haven't been around long enough. And we need the young ones to show the experienced ones how to chart. Right? Right? How many of you young ones are helping people chart every single day, right? So we really need each other, and I want to thank each and every one of you for coming up and sharing your minute with us, okay? Give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. Stop at the booth, and I'm going to give each one of you a book, okay? One of my books, afterwards, okay? Thanks so much. How do you get a book from me? Very good. Carl will escort you out. Thank you. Wow, that is fabulous. I didn't expect so many people, but then we do have a large group here. This is wonderful. So let me go on with our educational portion while they're leaving. I'll take the slides again. Okay. So these are the health benefits of laughter. It's going to kick your immune system into high gear while you're here, so you won't get a cold even though you travel here and you're with a lot of people. Your blood pressure is going to get stabilized. Your inner organs are going to get massaged. Norman Cousins was the first one that ever claimed that in his book, Anatomy of an Illness. He talks about internal jogging. That's the kind of jogging I like to do. If you ate breakfast this morning, and you should have because you know breakfast is the most important meal of the day, it facilitates your digestion, and you will feel aerobically energized by the time this talk is over. Do you feel good already? And if you were kind of crabby when you woke up this morning, hopefully your muscles will have loosened up and you'll have less tension. All right, and you're going to feel good when you leave. You have an overall sense of well-being. Oh, that's too soon. Let's go back. Don't even know my own slides right now. Well, so if you were with me on my 39th birthday, we would have been at the Mall of America. Who has been there? Woo! Well, I live about 10 minutes south of the Mall of America. And you would have been with me, my good friends, and we would have been at Knuckleheads, a comedy place, and we would have been watching live comedy, and we would have been drinking and jumbled margaritas because we love them so much. And at the end of the night, you, my good friends, would have heard me claim I'm going to be a comedian for my 40th birthday.